How are y'all doing today? It's your boy Jermaine from Hognose Hogs back with another video. And so for this video, I want to talk about different ways how I see the hognose morph industry evolving in these next few years. So the first thing that I see that's going to be taking place more often is the importance of base colors. A lot of people don't realize how much base colors can influence the outcome of your snake, especially when you're combining recessive genes. So when I talk about base colors, I'm talking about what the snake looks like in its normal form. And so hognose snakes just in the wild have a variety of different base colors, whether it's they tend to be more red, they have brown, some of them have greens, and then you have some that are more on the yellow side. And so these base colors actually influence what the animal looks like when you combine with a recessive gene. So when in terms of the base colors, if you want to exaggerate that even more, I think that incorporating more line bred traits where these colors are more vibrant and you include that with a recessive gene, that's just going to make the animals look even better and actually give your animal a more unique look. So some of the more popular base colors out are the yellows, which Jeff Gilwood has his lemon ghost line. There's other yellow lines. I've heard of a blonde line. You have your green lines. I know Dan Eby has a really nice green line. And with like green line, you've seen there are some examples of how these have influenced recessive genes, such as one is included in a toffee gene. Patriot Hogs has some nice green line toffees, and you can see how the green base color makes the toffee look completely different than a normal toffee. Green lines have also been incorporated with sables, which give it a different look compared to a normal sable. You also have your red lines such as Raging Red, Extreme Red, purple lines, Inferno, and you really can see how that's been influenced in when you combine it to your albino gene, how it gives you that nice, rich, saturated red color. Also, red lines have been included in your sable combinations as well. And then, like I said, the yellow lines, the lemon ghost, Jeff Gilwood has incorporated that into his sable stuff. Not a lot has been done with that in terms of combining it, but I think the future is bright with that. And like I said, once you start combining different base colors, especially if it's from a nice line bred animal that has more of that exaggerated color, you're just going to get more of a unique animal. And I think this is something that could be done more often in the future to make more unique looking snakes. And so the next thing that I see that can be happening in the future is incorporating the super Arctic gene more, especially when you combine that with double recessive animals. So the super Arctic gene has already been incorporated into pretty much every recessive gene, just one recessive. Whether it's like the super Arctic albino, super Arctic toffee, super Arctic sable. But in terms of a double visual recessive, we don't see too many of that. We're starting to see more of them come out. You have the super Arctic snows, you have the super Arctic sunbursts, you have the super Arctic mai tais. And the sunburst is a visual albino sable, mai tais is a visual toffee sable. And it just gives it a completely different look, especially like with the mai tais, for example. Just a regular mai tai, just the Arctic form, has more of like a copper penny color, but when you incorporate the super Arctic version, it gives it more of like a purple color. So that super Arctic not only influences the pattern of the snake, it also influences the color as well. And I feel like you're going to start seeing more of those two visual recessive animals combined with super Arctic to produce things that we've never seen before, especially in terms of colors. Like, we really don't even know what the super Arctic gene is going to do unless we finally do it. Like the super Arctic albino, it gives it like a bubblegum color look, compared to like the bright, vibrant red look when it just has the Arctic gene, the single Arctic gene, or if it doesn't have Arctic as well. So I think that's definitely something that we can do, especially with popular double recessive combinations such as snows and things like that. Sunbursts. I think if you incorporate the super Arctic, you'll be ahead of the game in the future. And then the last thing that I see that people are going to start producing more of in the future are triple visual recessives. So this is when an animal visually displays 3 recessive genes at the same time. Now, this is probably the hardest to do out of the first 2 things that I mentioned, because it takes such a long time. You have to make heads, you have to raise them up. If you want to fast track, you probably have to breed the siblings together. But if you want to, you know what I'm saying, have more diverse lineage, then you have to, I guess, breed 2 separate snakes with the same genetics and then pair those babies together. And then once you do that, you still have to get lucky and hit the odds. And so for now, there's only 2 triple visuals that I can think of that have been released, or what we know about. You have the snowburst, which is a visual xanthic albino and sable, and you have the permafrost, which is a visual hypo caramel and sable. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing one of them, but these animals look completely unique from anything else. They're probably, like I say, the hardest animals to make right now, and I definitely see more of these 3 recessive visuals coming onto the market in the next few years. Like I said, it takes a lot of luck and a lot of time to actually get them, because you have to make heads. But that's definitely something that we're going to see in the future, and it's no telling what these snakes are going to look like once you start combining everything together. They may look better, they may look good, we don't know, but that's definitely the future. And so that's my opinion. That's what I think in terms of the next few years, what we're going to start seeing, or what you can do. I really think incorporating base colors is something that is important, and I think people should really start doing. And then the super arctic is a given, as well as the triple recessives, which is a given as well. But if you like the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all for the next one. And I now have a Patreon account for those who want to support me even further. Here you will have access to exclusive videos, giveaways, as well as discounts. The link will be in the bottom in the description. And if you purchase Reppy links, feel free to use the discount code ShovelHogs to receive 5% off of all purchases.